presentation contains the personal opinions and views of the host and their guests. These views are their own and do not represent, reflect, or imply the official policies or positions of any organization, company, or association. Viewer discretion is advised.
Just vibe. Put my 45, don't get out of line. Ooh, 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 pick a side. Double lines we cross as dollar signs. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold up. Wait. I hear you just got paid. Make it rain.
I need a new intro pick.
Yes. There you go.
Hey y'all, we are back. Your girls are back. We owe y'all a part 2.
We owe them a part 2
villain.
And they need to subscribe to our YouTube so they can see our beautiful intro.
Yeah,
I mean, beautiful
our
intro.
background people work hard on that.
For sure.
Beautiful faces. We gotta say beautiful faces, period. Okay.
I'm gonna say this ain't the real me, this the cool me. So send me later. One day.
Okay. I don't know what
how
that
you
means.
show. I don't know.
What is
how you show
what
up
does that
is what you
mean?
show up as. I don't.
What you want us to understand? I don't.
She said go to my IG page. You want to see
right,
the real
this
me.
not the real me. Yeah, this not the real me.
Okay.
She said go to my IG to see the real me.
Well, listen, what's up, fam? We are back for another episode. We have whiplash for how long we've been gone and what has been going on in the Bravo reality universe. I know y'all probably was like, hello, black girls love reality too. Where y'all at?
What's going on?
It's a lot going on. What is happening? We didn't have time to do like some live moments like we would have wanted to. I know Carlos did an emergency podcast. I haven't listened to it yet.
I haven't either.
Me either. But just know your girls have been talking in the chat. So much going on, and we're gonna get into it and we're gonna talk about it. So this episode is truly about the openers for some of our favorite shows, Belle Collective, Real Housewives of Potomac, but then we're also going to conclude with the Miami segments for the reunion because there was some bombs dropped that almost got overshadowed by news of Potomac. So,
bro,
it did.
I'm actually happy for Adriana that it kind of did.
But I can't real quick.
I'm actually happy that we just move forward.
It literally is like a little bomb, and it was like boom,
right,
boom,
like,
boom,
boom,
boom, boom. Okay, it was like, dang, okay, get over that.
So we're gonna get to this week because like we just gotta make sure we have time to go through everything. So we're gonna start first with Belle Collective. So shout out to Carlos for another amazing season. I think Belle Collective, is it hitting its 10th season? Am I correct?
No, I think it's like 5 or 6, but
it
is
his 6th season.
It's like his most like I want to say like his indie-ish show, like his most independent show. Like every year you really don't know if it's gonna get picked up or not. So every year it does.
So it's
like
Married to Medicine of
yes, basically. Yes, exactly. And what's crazy is so about Carlos. I definitely wrote Carlos today because when we get to Miami, he was talking about he dropped the like emergency pod about Miami, and I wrote him because the caption was seeming like he was Team Julia, and I was like, Carlos, please don't tell me you Team Julia. He gonna write me back like, just listen to the pod. So I got
he wrote you back.
Yeah, we be talking. That's my friend. I told y'all.
I cannot.
Carlos is my friend.
We gonna rename this pod Carlos.
Like that's really my friend, y'all.
What is happening?
Nene is next. Next time I see her and we
the funny thing is Nene be having all these conversations with these folks.
Yes. I do.
Funniest crap ever.
I do. They my friends. I have a lot of friends.
Nene in the streets. I heard you. Okay.
She funny.
So let's get into Belle Collective. So first off, shout out to Carlos for another amazing season, another amazing like cast.
It's huge.
We are just like so proud of a black producer who turned into a black creator and is just killing it on OWN and just like we're gonna give Carlos his flowers. Y'all can agree, disagree.
Shout out Beyonce Daddy.
Point.
That's huge. He just interviewed
that Matthew Knowles interview.
He's going crazy.
First of all, he just answered a question the people have been wanting to know.
Never even knew. Like Carlos going crazy. So yeah,
unpopular opinion. Put it in a love song was not a good song.
Like
so I could really care less.
I like the song.
I agree. I feel like
Beyonce really went crazy on it.
She really was
terrible song.
She made Alicia look like a third.
She did. But I liked it.
Terrible.
And she didn't even try, and you could tell she wasn't trying. Like that's the crazy part about it, though. But, yeah,
it was a very much like lazy, like girl.
Yes,
this beat you want me to sing to?
Yeah, literally.
It wanted to be upbeat.
Yeah,
it wanted to be upbeat, but it really wasn't upbeat.
It wasn't.
I don't know.
Slowed down, like
it just weird. To me, the chorus was trash. Like of the melody, they needed to redo the whole thing. Like not just do a different song.
But you want to know what's crazy?
Just do another one. That one wasn't it.
Speaking of Carlos and his interview with him, he was talking about the reason why they couldn't release it. Just giving y'all some background. One of like the biggest questions that people always have about Beyonce and Alicia Keys, they did a song together, and there are footage of them shooting a video together in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And they had on like beautiful like outfits, and and it was like a Tumblr thing. Like it was only on Tumblr. All these pictures like was on Tumblr, and I was like, "Where's the video? Where's the video?" They never promoted the song. Carlos got the interview with Matthew Knowles, honey. Went to his home in Houston, honey. And Matthew got to talking and basically was saying that they had to be airlifted out because they did not check in with the gang members in Puerto Rico. And let me tell you,
Sony did.
From experience.
Sony did not.
Sony did not. Right. Sony did not. And I'm not. There is an area, and it's so crazy because it's literally right where Ramon proposed. It's like on top. It's like a lighthouse that's like a monument, but then below is like these like what they call slums, and it's basically like their version of the ghetto, and it's literally right below where Ramon proposed, and that's where they filmed it. And like, if you go to Puerto Rico and you see it, you're Beyonce. What were you doing? Like, you literally have to go down this set of like 3 stairs. Like it's like below sea level, and it's like one way in, one way out. That's why they had to be airlifted. Why are y'all down there? That doesn't make any sense.
It was
maybe aesthetic.
It was visually because the song wasn't great, so they had to give y'all visuals.
Visually pleasing to the people.
When he told this story, the visuals had to be iconic. Thought about it. I was like, I don't
literally.
Beyonce even let herself walk down those stairs. Like I walked past Beyonce, and I was like,
"What's her bodyguard name? What's his name? Julius."
Julius
was around at that time.
Where was he at?
He was around.
Julius couldn't handle all of that. Julius was like,
time to go. Okay, y'all imagine somewhere where it's one way in, one way out. It's below sea level, and it's like it's just slums basically down there. It's one way in, one way out. One stairwell.
In my head is Bad Boys 2 when they went and go fought.
Yes. It's I think it's called like La Perla or something. That's like the area. Like you don't.
Why did I go straight to like Game of Thrones, like the castle versus like everybody else?
So how did you get there?
Right.
How'd you get there?
Ain't nobody trying to get the Castlery Rock,
right? But it's really crazy when he explained it. I was just like, why was Beyonce down there? Like that when he says it, it's kind of like, girl. No wonder you have to get a helicopter out of there.
No, it makes perfect sense because if we look through the archives of Beyonce, Run the World, girl, that girl was in a dungeon somewhere. Every time she in a video, she out somewhere she ain't got no business being. So actually, that makes perfect sense to me.
But needless to say, to reel us back in, Carlos, we see you. We see you, Carlos.
All right, moral of the story.
We see you. We can suck on Beyonce. We gonna get off of
All
Beyonce.
roads lead to Beyonce.
So literally just want to say congratulations for another amazing season of Belle Collective. So let's get into it. So
next episode, side note, I'm gonna go in on Taylor Swift. I have to have like a Taylor Swift moment.
We need to have
we will save some time for Taylor Swift in our next episode. Promise. We will talk about it. All right. So let's get into the Belle Collective opener. First episode.
Yeah.
The characters. So let's talk about how like Marie pulling up to Latrice's establishment.
Crazy.
So we're gonna start with
to the drive-through, y'all. To the drive-through. Get her
Marie
weed,
versus Latrice and their reconciliation. Who would have known that these two would have reconciled? So, real cute. Marie pull up, like, where y'all boss at? Now let's talk about how she got a drive-through window at her beauty supply.
Smart. I would love that.
That's the most.
Girl, I'm jealous. I'm actually
I dream of things like that. I
dream of some stuff like that. Like, I just want to pull up to the beauty supply drive-through, but like, I need this edge control. I need this shower cap. I need just an edge brush.
Can I put my
Yeah, like, do you know Latrice, how crazy your inventory is that you can do that?
Latrice. Let's talk about Latrice as a business owner. Like, I love Black Girl Magic. Like, girl over here pulling up too, and then Latrice come to the window. It's like, girl, come on in. We're gonna let you in the VIP entrance. I heard you, Latrice. So Marie comes in, and we like, oh, are we really getting a reconciliation between?
And she actually bought some stuff, and she actually really bought some stuff.
Yeah.
Because if y'all didn't know, the biggest thing started when Marie was
like Key and Portia.
I bought no hair, and it was
it's
trash.
Key and Portia,
And Latrice was like, not my hair.
It was matted though. I ain't gonna hold you. It was matted.
They didn't for each other after that, but like we finally got
her. That was not her.
Me too. I thought so too.
Reconciliation. And I am loving it. So them two get back together. They're starting to have like little banter, real cute, checking in with each other. And we also know the last season ended with a brawl. So I still got questions.
Oh my God. They quit the show. They quit the show.
They did.
I got questions.
And Willie quit the show after that. But I was on their side though. I was on Akeisha and Willie's side.
So I'm gonna just say, I at least would have loved for Latrice to at least say from a business perspective, because it was her opening of her restaurant.
She
told you what's going on. She said her restaurant.
She did. She said they booked and busy. Okay, like they're fine dining. They're booked and busy. Like,
in other words, that didn't stop nothing.
It didn't stop nothing. Well, but you gotta think about it. It's Jackson, Mississippi, y'all. Like, like when something new like that opens, you're gonna go. Like, I have one of my close friends. Shout out to Hilly. He listens. He be texting me like, "Emergency pod. Y'all need to get on the pod now."
I know. Like, I got so many texts too, Maddie. They were so mad at us.
Emergency pod. But he's from Jackson. He's like, no, Latrice is really like that girl in Jackson. Like, he's born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. He's like, no, like, she's that girl. Like, everybody like participates in her businesses and her, her, like, she's really that girl. He's like, no, Taste is cracking. So I was like, yeah, I would go.
Yeah,
it's like Huntsville. Like, if I go to Huntsville, I'm gonna pull up on Black to see what's going on, like, just to be nosy.
So in this episode, in this moment, we got two things that's happening.
Yes,
we have. I want to break it down. We have first Latrice talking about her husband and how he decided to build apartments above
and
the
live
new
up
restaurant, but she ain't seen it again because he keeps sleeping overnight at the place. And I'm like, okay, is this going to be another season? Okay, go ahead, Jasmine. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, please go ahead, Jasmine.
Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but let that man sleep. He is annoying.
Yes,
he talks to her crazy.
No, that's not unpopular to me.
That is not unpopular
at all.
Man,
if that was my husband, I would be like, good riddance. I would be like, good riddance. Yeah,
I can deal with. I'm like, why she married to this old man anyway? I get why she is, because clearly he. I don't know what's going on with the credit line. I don't know, but clearly he's some good over there.
He writing them checks.
He's writing them checks. He's making her dreams come true. However,
every time.
I would let that man stay where he at.
Because I'm getting peace. I'm at home in this fat old modern beautiful house with all this land.
No kids.
And that ignorant old man not coming home.
But we also know something in the Mississippi water. These men be cheating. We gonna talk about it.
I think that's a southern thing. I hate to be cultural. I hate to be cultural. Yeah,
he's nervous, but he's also like the reason. I feel like he be trying to sabotage her business
for sure.
Like at the end of last season when they had that whole brawl, that was all
he started it.
Even though they blamed Akeisha and Willie, that was all him. Him involving himself with Glenn and Tisha last season. Yeah, you telling him to do this because you a cheater too. Like,
he be coaching, and even this season. Like, just even thinking about the future and like what they showed in the trailer before this season even started, he be coaching Glenn like, this is what you say, this is what you do. Oh, they trying to come for you, and like he be trying to like tell him ahead of time. So it's like
an old problematic man. Like
he is definitely the definition of I'm the man. I run the household. You listen to what I say.
He likes the idea that she's a businesswoman, but he don't like. He just like the young hot girl, and that's what's gonna keep her, allowing her to open business and stuff. He's willing to do that, but he really don't like that she do that stuff.
I think a lot of their storyline is he wants kids, so he thought he had the hot girl that wanted to have kids, and that's why he
crazy.
Got her younger.
It's normally the opposite, that's what's crazy. It's normally the opposite. It's normally the girl that want kids from the old man, and the old man like, no, I have mine.
Them kids just slow her down.
He has old kids, because she's like a grandma. Remember last season. So the kids were staying with her with the grandbaby, and she's like, no, I got my grandkids. I'm good.
As someone who is married to someone who is significantly older than them, having children is one of the very first conversations that you have because of the age difference, to make sure that you are on the same page. Like, this ain't new. I don't think she ever wanted kids. And also she has a very difficult relationship with, is it her dad?
Her dad. So she talked about that last season. That's why she married him. Yeah. Girl, and she admitted it. She's like, I got daddy issues, and that's why I married my husband. She admitted that. Like, it came out of her mouth.
Some men be wanting women to have kids so they can slow them down.
That's what I believe.
That's just what he wants. I don't think he cares about. No, he don't care about them kids. He want her to slow her butt down.
But you know what I appreciate about her? She not moving on that, because she knows that like, he give me this baby, he already don't be around for real. So
it's gonna follow me.
I'm gonna raise this. I really, it's like I have like a love-hate relationship with her, because Latrice is my favorite Belle. She the reason I do watch the show. I will say that. Like, Latrice is my favorite on the show because I love how much of a boss lady she is. I love how, like, last season really opened my eyes up a lot to her, because she was very open. Like, no, I married this man because I have daddy issues and he made me feel safe. And y'all may not like my husband, but I like my husband. And this is what I deal with. And this is what I got going on. He not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. It is what it is. We beefing. We come back. He give me businesses. I'm cool. Basically, she told us, like, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. And she's standing on business. She ain't slipped up. She ain't had no kid. Like, she really opening multiple businesses. She's, I just think that it's hard. I think being in the South too, like being in Jackson, Mississippi too. I feel like one is already slim pickings down there.
Yeah.
True. One, you already got maybe 10 men to choose from that you ain't met since you was 2 years old.
Right.
Like, they don't, because look at Letitia and Glenn. They've been together since high school.
We're gonna get there. Continue.
So it's like it's that Southern, everybody, everybody know each other, everybody like it's not that many like people to choose from, and it's like a cultural thing. Like, you supposed to be at home, you supposed to have my kids, like you stay with your man, you don't talk about what he do.
Old school.
It's very much
keep it in the house.
Keep it in the house.
And I think that's part of the reason why, to me, being in Jackson, Mississippi is like a breakthrough thing, because it's like we don't really get to see these lives, in the South. Like, the South is not really an area that people really explore other people's lives. Like, like the South is very underrepresented. Oh, that's not the word. That's not a word, y'all. I'm actually very articulate. The South is very underrepresented. I said it again, but you know what I mean.
You got it. We got you.
You know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme of things, when it comes to like main culture and mainstream culture, and it's like, it's kind of sad. It's almost like anthropology. Like, that's how I view reality TV. Like, I view reality TV as like almost like I'm an anthropologist. Like, I just want to see how people live life, and like interpersonal relationships, and culturally here, regionally, like what are the differences?
It's a sociology
that's why I like
experiment.
Yeah, like that's how I watch.
But okay, TV. So I think this season we're going to get a lot more of their storyline,
personal story
of okay. So, and I loved how they already showed, like, she's like, all right, you here? I'm packing my bag and I'm coming up here then too. And I love that. she's like, there's more women at this place of business. It's a high place of business. So, you got women at the bars, you got women like, I see you and play with me if you want to. So like, we gonna see what that storyline takes out. Then Marie comes in and we gotta talk about Marie. I don't know, y'all. And I'm gonna get y'all take. Marie's storyline, I feel like, is very self-made. Like, she didn't have very much going on. And I feel like she self-made this concoction storyline. Where, so listeners, if you haven't, I mean, spoiler alert at this point. But if you haven't watched, Marie is literally in between dating her divorced husband and dating this white man with no swag. And so it is really giving confusion to me.
Ain't he like German or something?
He's German. Yes. He's like Swiss or something.
It reminds me of, you remember when Nene was dating that white man that gave her that Rolex? And it was like, why y'all together? It reminds me of that.
That's still one of my favorite scenes, so I ain't gonna lie. She's like, what that mean? She said, you know what that means? She said,
no. But thank you for the watch.
Like, literally, right? Like,
it reminds me of like, why are you with this man? Jay? This makes no sense.
The only thing I will say off camera, though, I do remember before it was even announced that there was a new season, I had seen pictures of all them out, and Marie was with this white man.
But I did like the part when she talked about why she was with him, though, and that's what made me
talk about it, Jasmine.
Yeah,
talk about it.
When she talked about he's taking me on boats and we're going fishing, we're doing these things.
She had pictures to prove it, though.
Yeah, she was like, I've never experienced those things, so I can understand why she with him, and I just.
But he's so goofy, though.
But y'all, we gotta keep reminding ourselves.
But she needs
They're from the South. They're from the South. She has never left Jackson, Mississippi. Like they're
all this is new for her.
Yeah,
remember,
like,
I'm down for a white man if he got Justin Timberlake swag or Chad Michael Murray swag.
But see, here's the thing: when you've been dating your type and your type been letting you down.
Thank you,
Jasmine.
You
gotta jump outside.
You gotta try something new
and try something new. Maybe this will work out for me, and I think that's just what she was doing.
Well, maybe it ain't fake. I just couldn't.
No, it's fake. No, they both gonna show up to the party. What are we talking about?
No, okay, this is what I would say. I don't think that her dating him was fake. I think that the drama with the ex-husband and him was the fake part. I think she actually was dating him. I remember watching interviews with Carlos, like months ago, like January. And Letitia had spilled the tea and was like, no, Marino man is white. And like, like I remember these conversations. I think the manufactured part is bringing Cedric in.
The show is bringing
I invited both of them to this party.
I don't like that. Yeah,
and that man's trifling house. Did you see what that man's house?
Oh my God, Marla, that was the worst thing I ever seen on television.
Yes, that was his. It's an apartment.
I don't want to be judgy. But anytime they film in Cedric house and anytime they film in JJ ex-wife house.
Yes. Both of them.
I just say clean up for set. That's all I'm.
I kind of get the ick.
Y'all know what time they come in. Just
I kind of get the ick, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't want to be bougie, but
he lit her. I thought
he lives there.
So what happened was I walked out the room and came back.
The daughter, hold on. The daughter had walked in with Marie. Yeah. And she was like, and Marie was like, is this how y'all living? It was stuff all over the stove. He had like stale milk or stale whatever.
That's real, y'all. That's real.
I was just like,
see, I thought it was like somebody's old house that they was renovating or something. I don't know why.
No, that's his real house, babe.
It was disgusting.
Babe, that's his real house.
Okay, now I'm gonna blame Carlos. Don't let our people come on TV with this mess.
I agree.
We're not like that.
We're not like that. Yeah,
not like
but
that.
Y'all, it got worse because the first episode when she came over, they showed it. This episode, they showed the man in the bed, girl, in the bed, in the nasty old bed. She was in the kitchen cutting up. I was just like,
I don't like that.
And it was like a cultural shock for me. And like when I saw Selena in her house with all that, it was just like a hoarder's house. I felt like when they was in Selena house,
I mean,
I know this reality, but
so for Selena, with the loss of her son.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right.
It could be his
It could
things.
be
He
the
was
things that she
murdered.
may
That
not
was
be
so
able
sad.
to get rid
That's
of.
real.
That's true. That's true,
she
Shay. That's a good point. That's
But
a
I
good
also
point.
think too, it gives a little bit more background why So Gucci thought she felt she was so much better than her, and like,
So let's talk about So
oh,
Gucci.
she jealous of me and JJ because we got this house and
Yeah.
like it kind of do it.
So let's talk about So Gucci's absence. So like we talked about it a little bit with the bra.
Clowning me.
The bra was a little, a situation where, and the family themselves was going through it. They were literally feuding
in real life.
Family. They needed to. JJ wasn't talking to his girls. Like it was a whole problem. I do think they needed the pause. So I'm grateful the family over the money because a lot of people don't do that.
Yep.
But
the mama's still on the show.
Absence? Do we feel it? Do you think it was fair? I want to hear from y'all.
No.
What part was fair?
That they gone and Selena's still there.
Left, but Selena is still like on the show as an I won't call her a housewife, but as a standing member on the show. Like she literally took Gucci's spot.
I think they all should have went. I think I wish that Akeisha and Willie would have been able to stay, but I also understand that they have a real life and real careers. And
well, I'm gonna tell the truth about that.
Hold on, let Shay finish. Go ahead.
Especially with Willie being on Fox Sports
TV.
Yeah. Like this show not finna mess up their money. And it seemed like they just were maybe jealous isn't the word, but yeah, you don't live there. So like you didn't have to be on there. But I think for what it is now, Selena fits. I mean, it kind of sort of makes sense.
Shay. We better hear the most tired storyline of her if she gonna marry this man or not.
Agreed.
I don't
I ain't
really
hold you.
care
It's
about
episode 2 and I don't even
storyline.
care. Yeah, you right.
I don't care about her storyline.
But what this episode did tell me was why her daughters didn't like So Gucci. So when you
give me more.
So when you're divorced, right, and you got kids, like you should never speak ill of your ex-partner and their new partner in front of the kids. And when I saw her talk to her, they're not kids, they're grown women, but when I saw her talk to her kids about what was going on with her man, that tells me everything that I need to know. Why are you talking to your kids about relationship issues with your man? That is
and
the
they got
thing.
mad. Got mad because they was gonna probably take his side.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like they not your friends. Like as our parents always say, they not one of our little friends.
The problem. She's the problem. Are the problem. It's
because even for her to be like, let me tell you what's going on in my relationship.
It was crazy.
As a child, I would have been like, girl, I don't want my mama to know that. I don't want to know that.
Girl, what I was gonna
girl, y'all engaged. You got me over here picking out dresses.
Break your relationship down.
What are we?
What I was gonna piggyback off Shay was about like the Akeisha and her husband Willie leaving. I think that's the real reason that So Gucci and JJ did not come back. I think
they don't have no ally.
Right. Once that Akeisha and Willie said they're done, she was like, one, we got enough money. We cool. Look at our house and our life. We good. Let's fix your relationship with your kids. If your ex-wife need this for a check, please give it to her. That was the energy that I got from So Gucci and JJ.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it was making them look bad. And she does have multiple businesses where she does have to worry about her reputation, especially as a real estate agent. Like you want people who want to work with you and don't think that you're problematic or that you're going to pop off. I mean, we got to see her like actually hit her kid, they were fighting. And I'm sure like once it got to that point to where now we're about to figure out we're suing each other, like it got to a place of like, you know what? Is this show really worth y'all going through brawls and messing up y'all family unit and messing up what you do with your money for this? Is it worth that? Is it worth your business? Is it worth all of that? I don't think so. And I'm happy they took a pause to where like maybe from a viewer perspective, we get a break. And if they do bring them back in, because I ain't gonna lie, I miss my boy.
JJ.
I do too.
JJ is just good TV. I don't know. He's just really good TV. And so he is definitely missed on the show, but you can't have one without the other. And I do think they needed a pause. And what I also love is I did see a TikTok of him and his girls doing the Chris Brown challenge.
They're good now. Yeah, they're all good now.
Mending their relationships, and they're doing what needs to be done. So that makes me really happy. All right, so that's where we're at for Belle Collective. We're going to be tuning in. We're going to be recapping some of the episodes, but those were the main things that we wanted to talk about. Oh, I missed one.
We missed the big one. I'm like, hold on.
Wait. The last one we want to talk about is allegedly Glenn is cheating again on what's her name? Jesus.
Letitia.
I get her Letitia. I get Latrice and Letitia. So Letitia was on Carlos's podcast not that long ago to kind of talk about the opener before it came on. And one thing that they mentioned was she was not wearing her wedding ring. And when they asked about like, you know, you and Glenn, and like, she's like, you know, that's going to forever be my family. It was already giving that they are not together in real life now, but we're going to see what that looks like. So listeners, what happened in this first episode? So I don't know. And, you know, people got their own perspective on how Latrice handled this situation. But she's in the salon getting her hair done by one of her like best friends who's been doing her hair forever. Best friend, like,
about this. Yeah,
Glenn been in my chats.
I ain't like that.
And she's like, what you mean Glenn been in your chats?
You
and
knew.
She's like, yeah, like he been entertaining, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, are you entertaining him? And she's like, I mean, yeah. And so it's giving like, so when you're saying you're entertaining him, what does that mean? And one of the other girls was there. What's her name? She does the broadcast. Tamra was there, and I love Tamra because one thing Tamra gonna do is get down. She's an investigator. Okay, she's like, you're gonna bring something up, we're gonna talk about it. So Tamra's like, so do you think that those
she should be a friend of though?
She should be. Yeah, but you know, we don't have that on. This is not Real Housewives, y'all. So you know,
she should.
But
be
she was like,
she should get less time.
Are you? She's like, are you? I mean, they are giving her less time. Right. Are you implying that, you know, he meant it in a, you know, non-friendly way? And she was like, the girl literally said, well, look at me and look at his wife. I didn't like
that. Was crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't like that at all.
That was insane. You know, them Southern men love women that look like Letitia, baby. Don't do that.
Sure
I don't like that.
Like, don't do that.
So
babe.
It was giving like, you know, he's a married man. So why are you entertaining him in that way? And I was a little disappointed in Latrice. Because Latrice, as her friend, and I get it, because the first thing she said to Latrice was, I didn't want to bring it to you because that's your friend too, and you would feel obligated. But what are you doing right now, sis, in front of these cameras?
For the show.
Like, you are bringing it to me in front of these cameras.
In the worst way. So do it behind the camera so I know what's going on.
So I can approach my friend. Since you give me the respect to give it to me behind the scenes, so I can approach my friend and be like, yo, this girl is saying this. Handle your business and whatever that looks like, just letting you know. But for you to do that on camera, and you know, they talked about this on Carlos's podcast, and there's two different ways that Latrice, she laughed. And so everybody was like
uncomfortable laugh.
I think she's awkward.
Yeah, it was a nervous laugh.
Latrice is like a very anxious person. And you can tell like when she's about to argue with somebody or she feel uncomfortable, she either gets very like awkwardly like like she really do like I could see like her body language gets very weird when she's uncomfortable. So she would do one.
So we think that it was a nervous laughter. Does everybody think it was a nervous laughter, or do they think that it was a malicious laughter?
No, I do.
I think it was nervous. However, this is why we all need a friend like Chrissy Lampkin. Because ain't no way you gonna sit up and tell me
come on, Jasmine,
entertaining my girl cousin.
Come on, Jasmine,
about to be cool, and we all about to kiki. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh my God, thank you.
Never gonna happen. That would
come
never.
On, Jasmine.
So I heard because I'm like, ain't no way somebody gonna tell me that my friend man and you over here something you entertaining and you know he married. Yeah. So I'm mad at you because I'm a married woman too, and we don't play that.
I think
that's a good point, Jasmine. I'm just saying,
give a little bit more back. I'm not trying to give Latrice an out. I will say her and Letitia's relationship is kind of like on thin ice from last season. How they were arguing last season. They was trying to rebuild at the reunion. They said they was gonna move forward. And you know how that first episode is after the reunion. It's kind of like, are we really moving forward? Are we lying to each other? Like, what's the lie? And when she introduced the hairstylist, that has been her friend for like over 20 years. So it's like, I still feel like even if that's my friend of 20 years, like you said, as a wife, as somebody that you know that man married, baby,
everybody know.
Everybody know.
Jackson is so small. Everybody know that show. Everybody know that show.
Together since high school. You know they're married. You know they're together. You know he done cheated on her 81 million times. Like, and she's like, well, I was just entertaining him for fun because my girlfriend broke up with me. Like, so you not even all the way into men. You just
that's what, girl. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Like she just got out of a same-sex relationship, and she's like, well, I'ma just he was in my DM, and then it's it's parlaying until a setup in the future, and it's just like,
and that's my question. Why is he in her DMs? Like, he got to know that they know each other. Like,
because Glenn don't care. We learned this from previous seasons.
Don't care. I don't even know. After he showed up in that Hellcat, I said, girl, he don't care about nobody.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about it. We just found out. So Glenn is back at the oil rigs because the entrepreneurship thing didn't work out,
which we knew was going to happen.
We just listen. I'm all for rooting people, but like, girl, you got to know your worth. But I know it takes time. This is a man that you have been dealing with, Mandy's point, since you were teenagers. It is tough, but I can't wait to see more of this storyline evolve. We're gonna see like what comes to fruition, and as the more episodes come. All right.
Yep.
That's Belle Collective. We moving on to now the Bravo universe, because baby, this last week.
Bravo is just giving. It's never gonna not give. It's never gonna not give. Is it? Like, it's just, is it ever gonna not give?
It's been a murky few months. It's been here.
It has.
This week has.
We gotta get into it.
From Karen getting out of jail, it's just
it's been up. But I feel like the Bravo universe gets like this every like 4 months. Like every 4 months, it's like back to back to back to back to back.
Like,
wow. And it's gonna
be like ching,
right. And it's gonna always be like, where's Andy and the camera? Do you remember where you was when this notification dropped? Like, it's always gonna give a.
Andy said this is perfect because BravoCon is coming up, and I need all the tickets to be purchased.
Man, let me tell y'all. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the lightweight, which is crazy that we're saying
it's not really lightweight. I'm gonna say, is this lightweight? This is a Real Housewife first, so no, it's not a lightweight.
This is okay. So Real Housewives of Miami. Oof. We are at the reunion, portion of this season, and so we knew, to Mandy's point in our last podcast, a bombshell was dropped, reunion part 1, that alleged you have literally Julia saying out of her mouth that she cheated on her wife Martina with Adriana, and that allegedly Adriana has been holding this above her, and so she just wants to shout it out. And then close. That's what we got.
Yep, that was it. It was it. Like, worst cliffhanger ever. Worse than Jack.
That's what you want, baby. Part 2. I am still trying to decipher.
Stupid me.
Because part 2 gave us.
Same, Marla. We didn't get clarity. We didn't get clarity.
I need to go back and watch because I still don't know what I watched.
We don't know. Nobody knows.
Okay, so part 2. So they literally end up going back to the dressing rooms after this is dropped. And like, you have Adriana, who is laughing because she's like, that never happened. That never happened. What are you talking about? And she's like, well, you've been trying to, and when I say she, Julia, you've been trying to hold this over me, and I'm just going to say it because I'm not going to let you hold it over me. You mentioned that you were going to tell everybody everything, so I'm saying it. So then Adriana comes back and she's like, that ain't even what I was talking about.
And you got too many secrets.
Hello.
Wait a minute here.
And I believe her. And I believe Adriana. I believe her because.
So that Adriana was like, what I was really talking about was your infidelity on how you was cheating on Martina with several people.
Yeah,
literally with a Haitian mortician who you had to buy a coffee maker. And we're like,
why did she Haitian have to buy a coffee maker, y'all? Can somebody answer that?
I didn't like why. I don't like the fact that she called him a Haitian mortician. The Haitian part was just really just driving me in my head that she kept saying Haitian. It was right after I just watched the episode of her telling the two black girls to go at each other because she said call me right. So I'm really just like, lady, you and buying a coffee maker. I'm saying so he can't afford a coffee.
We discussed this about the ladies in Miami and how the Latina food chain Haitians are at the bottom. We discussed this. We did
because it was a way
and how they see Gertie, how they see Kiki.
Yes, because it was making it like the bottom of the barrel. That's how she was making it. Right. With a Haitian, like girl.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about everybody is trying to. I mean, they were
laughing. They laughing. They
were going back and forth, and we just like, okay. So then Andy's trying to get to the bottom of the situation. Poor Andy, because Andy's like, I don't even know what questions to ask in this moment. So he's like, wait, a Haitian mortician. Okay, hold on. Question.
But I feel like he asked the wrong questions because I also feel like homophobia kind of jumped out too.
Yes,
in the situation, and from
Alexa. Hold on, we didn't get that far yet. Hold on, we didn't get that far yet.
No, Marlon, you skipping. No, you skipping because the episode starts with Julia keeping going and saying this happened 4 years ago in Miami. Blah 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 blah. We slept together. Adriana says we did not have sex, and then because
then the question was, what did you
do? Right, because Adriana was like, I've never. Well, is this gonna be explicit? I
mean, okay, boy. Okay, we gotta break it down, y'all.
How do we do this in the right way?
What she was saying was it wasn't no cat being ate. Straight up.
Okay, I'm gonna let Shay say it.
Straight up. She was saying,
I don't know how to really.
She said, "Wasn't no scissoring. We wasn't doing none of that." But there was some things that were still happening in the bedroom.
I'm gonna tell you what I know happened. This is what I'm gonna tell you.
How do you know? Nobody knows except for them.
Promise. I promise if God quizzed me and said you believe this, I believe that God would believe me. This is what happened.
My God,
they got wasted. They got completely wasted. And I remember this episode because Adriana had just got her boobs done. She older.
She looked fire.
You remember she had just got her boobs done. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I'll show you my boobs, blah, 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 blah. And I just was like, Julia, it's kind of like a line you can't cross. Like if you have I have a very close gay friend, but she's bisexual. But it's like, I would never just be like overly like you know what you're like okay. If I'm with Raphael,
unless you want the attention,
right? Then you're not going to. You're going to be mindful.
I think Adriana did want the attention, so let's talk about it.
Okay, but wait, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish what I told you. What I think happened.
Okay, come on.
Paint the story. I'm gonna paint the story. They got very drunk. They got very drunk. They got in the bed, and Julia started touching her. Yeah. I really think that's to the extent of where it was,
and she welcomed it. Right. And she also said they were kissing. So
and Adriana never said that didn't happen. Now, as a woman that doesn't consider herself bisexual or gay, if somebody is saying we had sex, the first thing that person gonna say is no, I didn't know.
No, what she said was there was no penetration. So already we off. We already on a completely different kind of conversation.
Are we on the Monica Lewinsky
that was
sexual relations?
Because she told Andy, she said, Andy, we didn't have sex because I don't have a penis. She said that. That's what she said.
That was crazy word.
Listen,
but that's also where the homophobia came in it too. Because
that's what I said. That's what I said. It jumped in there.
I said, Andy, you are allowing this to fly as a gay
but even he was like, wait, are you trying to say, like he said one thing that was, and his face was kind of, he's like, are you trying to say that they
you can have sex without
because let me tell you something, Adriana. Let me tell you something.
I think what she was trying to say is there was not any reciprocation.
Yeah,
Mandy, you've been giving Adriana
a lot. She said it was one-sided.
It was one-sided. But okay, I don't want to be unpolitically. We might have to cut this. We might have to cut this. I'm gonna be honest. We might have to cut this. What I'm gonna say. But wait. Just listen to what I'm gonna say.
Mandy.
Listen to what I'm gonna say. Please listen. The reason why I'm giving Adriana leeway, there are a lot of women that want to experiment with a woman, right?
Okay.
That's true.
But as long as they feel like they are not the ones that's initiating it or reciprocating it, they are okay with it. If you get what I'm saying, like, oh no, she's touching on me.
Okay.
Like
I ain't do nothing to her.
So in their head, that is not having sex. In their head,
but Mandy, she goes
not,
even further. So let's go further. This is why this conversation is even more.
I know what Adriana on.
No, you don't.
She's on,
because she said it happened multiple times. So this is why
that was crazy.
She said it happened multiple times.
She liked
after
it,
this
but
conversation.
she did not reciprocate.
So
as a lesbian woman that Julia is, she don't need reciprocity because she got a woman at home.
What Julia is saying, it's better to give than receive.
Exactly.
Okay, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Okay, so then we're having this confusing conversation.
She don't think that she had sex with her. I can. Sorry.
Well, here's the thing. Also, too.
It's crazy.
So in Mandy's defense, I have seen number of times, people especially women of a particular race.
This is normal
in college. Will get
thank you,
completely wasted and start kissing on each other or other things, and do not think anything of it. Like, no,
exactly, it's not sex.
It's not sex. So that's what it is.
That is, I'm trying to tell you, Marla.
Y'all, this lady
is very normal.
Okay. We ain't talking about no college
but
girls.
You're not understanding, Marla. That makes it even worse. Old. This is a woman that's probably thinking in her head, like, why am I feeling this? Why am I letting this woman do this to me? That's why I know that Adriana was never going to say it. That was not going to be a thing that Adriana put out there.
We saw earlier seasons where a lot of viewers were like, there's something going on between them two. The way that they were behaving with each other, the way that she gave her, will you propose to her and be my best friend?
But who proposed?
Like, she did. Julia did. And so it was giving a different kind of relationship than best friends. And so now we find out that some stuff did happen around that time, that all of that stuff was being filmed, that we were like, something is not normal. My issue that I'm having is we are now talking about their issues and their friendship.
And it has nothing to do with them having sex.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's why I knew Adriana was never going to come out and say it. It made no sense.
Nothing to do with it. It's like nothing makes sense to me. And so, like, how did we get here? And I think as we're still trying to unpack. So I want to talk about Julia. I think
she's
Julia wants to be on this show really bad.
Thank you,
She
Marla.
wants all the girls to really like her, the popular girls, the ones that hate Adriana. She came on this show as Adriana's friend, like best friend. Once we realized that being her best friend wasn't going to get her invited into all the popular parties and get her no extra screen time, and then Adriana got downgraded to being a friend, she was like, I'm on a losing team. Let me get on this winning team. But she was willing to throw her relationship with Adriana out the door so she can have a relationship with Marisol and the Puerto Rican Teresa. Okay. So that's what she did. And so now she's trying to be a victim. She gets into it with Gertie, the black woman.
She's trying to be a victim so bad. Oh my God.
Gertie is like, I straight up had breast cancer. What are you doing, lady? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think people are going to have sympathy for you over me. So when that don't land and Gertie starts to show all of her lies, now we have this plot with you and your soul. I would never do if that even was a best friend that I used to have.
I would never tell
and I don't have
anybody.
What kind of friend are you?
I would never tell that secret. Like that's a secret you take to the grave. That's something you take to the grave, baby.
I wouldn't even want to say that. Like, as me being in it, I wouldn't even want my business. Like, I wouldn't even.
Jasmine, another point. You're willing to risk your entire marriage
to be on this show. That's how I know she's gonna get divorced anyway. That's how I know she's about to get divorced anyway.
They've been saying that they have been on the rocks for a very long time.
That's how you know they're getting a divorce.
This is the straw that breaks the camel back. It's one thing for you to tell me as your spouse that we have infidelity
behind closed doors.
You to go tell millions of people and
nobody asked. Nobody freaking asked.
Last member on your show and you volunteered this information as if you're not a married woman.
Nobody.
And then let's be clear. If I'm Martina, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I'm not like your little just little thing on the side to a Real Housewife. Like, people know me.
That's my wife.
They know I am a legendary tennis player. What are we saying here? Then you concocted this plan to get these dang on boys that I didn't want in this house.
Crazy.
I'm taking care of these boys.
Don't forget they black. Don't forget they black.
I mean, I think let me be clear. I think now that they have
Martina racist.
Martina is in love with those boys.
She racist.
I do think she loves them boys. Hold on, Mandy. I think she loves those boys.
Racist
what I will say is we do know
self-hatred.
Mandy, let me talk. What I will say is we know Martina was not initially for them getting more kids in the house because she barely liked her older kids, if I'm being honest.
Because she
barely liked the way that she raised her older kids, and she had issues with how Julia was raising her older kids. And so now we have a situation where they're coming in younger, and she's like, Julia starts popping off about like how the older kids ain't talking to Julia right now because she literally got these kids and they felt like she completely forgot about them and replaced them and they don't even want to talk to her no more. Julia, you got a lot going on, sis, and for you to be sabotaging yourself and doing this,
it's even
you got a lot at home.
I hope they fire her still and really put some bigger egg on her face.
No, they're not going to fire her.
They're not. No. Listen, Pause. What happened on this reunion was Julia got all that fan hate mail from what she did with Gertie all season.
She
did. Saw them comments because she was crying about it before the reunion even freaking started.
Girl, we couldn't even get out the door.
Bro, couldn't even get out the door. And
she couldn't put her makeup on with her.
She concocted this and thought that this was going to make her the victim because she was like, if I tell them we had sex, maybe they will understand. But my problem was, it would be a difference if she said they had sex the beginning of this season and then one of them wanted each other and it didn't work and that's why the friendship broke down.
They said that
you
they
told me they had sex 4 years ago. But that's what makes it even worse.
No. They said that they when they went on the trip, they messed around too.
I didn't finish my point. What she didn't realize is by outing that y'all had sex 4 years ago, that actually makes y'all friend breakup even worse because after that, y'all were still friends for the 4 years. You asked her to be a character witness in your adoption after quote unquote having sex with her 4 years ago. And then, like you said, when you go on a trip to ask them men to be your godfathers, you tried to seduce her then and have sex with her then. But then you still came and didn't want to be her friend. So if I'm Adriana, I'm actually looking at you even worse because you want to have sex with me, but you don't want to be my friend. You want to be friends with the cool girls. You want to go off on me in front of everybody. But then when they give me junk and like try to seduce me and then tell me I would never gonna be your godparent because you had sex 4 years ago. But you asked me to be your character. Like it actually made Julia look like the scum of the earth.
She looks crazy right now. I don't know.
Also, and you're outing me, and now you're also outing me as a 60-year-old woman. Like you're literally outing me at the end part of my freaking life, bro. I made it through 60 years of my life, and now you want to try to tell people that I like women as well, bro. And it's like,
let that be my story to tell.
I did not like that. Of course, everybody started blaming Adriana, and I like how Lisa and Gertie was like, the blame should be on the married person. Like, The blame should be on the person that's married. And Alexia's like, well, you wouldn't have sex with her then because you did it. And it's like, babe,
and everybody's just like, this person is single.
I'm single as a Pringle. You're married. And that's why I felt Adriana, she was like, don't try to make it seem like I was the cause of anything in your relationship because, baby, you had 2 other men. You had men as well.
Yeah, she said a couple of men. She said that's what she said. I was going to come out with.
But Larsa brought that up.
I was just about to say that. Yes.
2 seasons ago when Larsa's whole storyline with Julie was, girl, I saw you out in the club kissing on this man. And my friends told me, you don't remember when Larsa said that to Julie? Like,
and Larsa just dropped it because she was like, girl, this ain't going nowhere.
Right.
But now, here we are.
Now it's back.
Baby, girl. All I'm going to say, allegiance or no allegiance, that was a lot of Bravo universe people to be like, what is happening?
But that's like Giselle and Robin having that storyline. It's kind of like, if that happened on like Potomac, that would be kind of like, what?
Yes, it was a lot because like they didn't stop the conversation. Like most of the second
and they got
part
homophobic.
Was
that's why
them
like
trying to like
dissect it,
talk
who
through
did what
and
to who, and tell me what you did to her, and it's like.
Why y'all even want to know that? And y'all friends.
Well, because
why do y'all want to know that?
Andy was trying to get to a place with Adriana though, of like, no, you're not going to sit here and say
that's not sex, right?
And say that isn't, because I'm gonna keep asking you, what did you do with her?
But I also think that's wrong. But I also think that was kind of wrong because it's like you're pressuring somebody that didn't want to be outed for that. So I kind of
the allegation was already out there, and what to your point, her comments were a little homophobic. So where it was like, no, I'm gonna have to deal with you.
But Marla, like I said, this lady is. But you got to be fair.
She's a woman of a certain age,
60 years old, bro.
I don't care. If you can participate in the action,
Marla. No, that's not true. There's a lot of oppressive. No, Marla, listen. That's the whole thing about people being closeted and being down low. There are people that hate themselves for having those feelings. What you are
saying is you feel like she was closeted, and then Julia outed her.
Admit that,
she didn't want to admit it.
It came off. Well, I will say from a viewer, it came off a little bit different to me. It came off
homophobic, but that's the number one reaction to somebody. But listen, that's how it's gonna come across if somebody can't even accept with themselves that they liked it or that they had those feelings. They have.
But I mean, she was eventually more open and like talked about like
eventually, but in the moment, it's a shock. Like, oh my god!
Now I can't believe you told my business.
World knows I had.
Yeah, that ain't. We said that's not what a best friend. Even if
Julia I don't believe in anybody.
Hold on.
I don't believe in anybody outing anybody. I don't believe in that.
If you're a best friend and you know all of my secrets, even if we are beefing and even if we fall out, I should still be able to trust you where you don't tell my business.
Right.
So for it to get to that point to where like this is why everybody's side-eyeing Julia, to your point, Mandy, of like,
that was
Julia,
wrong.
What you did was wrong. And you're over here trying to make it seem like she is holding this against you and dangling this above you to make
it was never that.
To manipulate you. But what it came across is like, to your point, Mandy, you outed somebody.
You outed me, bro.
Trusted you to not like she was just gonna talk about your infidelity. He wasn't gonna
That's all. She was never gonna say I did
it. I wasn't the one.
Clearly, you've been messing with other people. I wasn't gonna talk about me in the 5. But like,
my problem with reality TV and the theory of best friend, everybody just become best friends after 2 seasons and 3.
No, but I don't really think these they people were best friends before the show.
After
like she
they weren't.
Brought her.
They weren't. They weren't. Everybody says that. It's a I know of her. It's okay. So
cool. We know that. Carlos explained it.
You know yes, I brought you on the show. I know of you. I've heard of you.
But what I truly thought, like very close, similar to Marisol and what's her name?
No, nobody's that close.
I thought that them two, the way that they came on the show, Like they were really, really close. And so it's giving like, and even like this breakup feels hurt people.
Girl, this breakup feel like a relationship.
This breakup
is scorn lover.
Is feeling like, I don't know.
But Julia, what happened with Julia is the scorn one, because she thought that aligning herself with the quote unquote cool girls was gonna give her all this praise, and it's actually giving you hate. And now you're like, I need to drag Adriana down and act like it's her fault. And in the background, it was Marisol telling her to say this. I don't care what nobody. I believe everything Adriana has ever said about Marisol.
Oh, girl, I don't know.
I believe it. Marisol, and I
all
read
of them
an article.
Are diabolical. I'm not finna put it on, but I think all of them are diabolical. I read
an article that Marisol behind the scenes be like doing favors and giving out stuff to producers. And they like protect her because of it. And it's like this whole it was like a big thing. And I believe it. They always cut out Marisol doing stuff behind the scenes. She gets all these scenes, even though she's a friend of. Like, it is a lot. It is a lot. I believe it.
She does give Housewife
but she's a friend
but she's a friend of,
But she figured out how to navigate it. But we're gonna talk more because they got a part 3 coming?
Girl, so I don't know if I'm be able
this week.
I don't know if I'm be able to make it. I can make it
because Martina's not even there, so she's not even gonna have a little husband wife segment, whatever. She's not even there. She
watching the boys, and that's why, like,
you ain't got no nanny. That lady be traveling all over the world. Don't lie,
Julia. We saw reports after this episode.
She gonna get fired, y'all. She's
Julia and Martina may be getting a divorce. That Martina is looking at divorce lawyers. We don't know how true it is, but you know what? I think that's going to solidify her another season.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Martina is also becoming a liability for Bravo with all of those homophobic and transphobic and anti-surrogacy. Surrogacy is not a thing. Like,
whatever, that's a whole other discussion.
Because self-hatred,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And so it's like, they said allegedly on the chopping block is gonna be, if Nicole don't come back, then Gertie and Julia gone. I know Julia gone for sure.
Wow.
I don't think Nicole coming back. She living her best life.
Nicole not coming back because of Marisol. Marisol literally hired I told y'all, Marisol literally hired a private investigator to follow her around in real freaking life.
Yeah, but she can control that. Like, Bravo can get in there, and then like she can figure that out.
No, they not.
Why would I want to film with somebody like that?
Yeah, like, I'm never gonna ever film with you. I'm never gonna come on this show. I don't feel safe.
I don't know. They crazy.
And Nicole got too much money for that. She just sold another $50 million house to somebody. Like, she got too much money. She not coming back. She gonna pop up here and there, but I do think Gertie and Julia is gone. That's my prediction after this season.
I want more for Gertie anyway.
Yeah. I think they're both gone. Yeah, they have to both go.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the bombshell of it all.
Oh God.
The bombshell of it all was we barely had time to process the Miami news because Miami, you know, like we literally just processed it as we've been talking. Like, this was us processing the Miami episode.
Yeah,
we didn't have very much time to process Miami because Potomac, you know, also had its opener. So we're going to go into the opener and then we're going to go into the bombshell of the news. So we're going to start there. So Potomac. First, we got to start off by saying the girls look good this season. I don't know what they've been doing in their skincare routines or like what they've been doing to their bodies, but the girlies look good. Okay. Usually Giselle can't dress. And I mean, we still have some moments, but I think she got a new stylist. I think her makeup is looking fly. Giselle looks good this season. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's always been a pretty woman, but she looks good this season.
We only on episode 2. Let's not give her too much. Like, not gonna put too much sauce on the girl. Hold on.
The fits are not good. The glam is good.
Fits ain't never good. Glam is always good.
Fits ain't never good. What I'm saying. She looks good she looks good
as of right now. Go ahead.
Wendy,
well, I mean, her man did just get married. She got to pop up. She got to do something. Her man got married. You know,
I think she looks good.
The wife is going crazy. She preaching and teaching and doctor this, and she out here in Atlanta making baby. This lady, unfortunately, I mean, you married Jamal Bryant, but I feel like, okay, if God forgave you, okay, amen. God forgave you. He gave you this beautiful lady that I really respect and love, and I think that woke Giselle up. Like, hold on, okay, let me step up. Let me do something.
I mean, she looked good.
I'm gonna give her credit.
Wendy looks great this season. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Wendy though, because we got a little bit more going on. But what I will say is the fashions are
she got her stylist.
That's what I'm saying. Like fashions are given. I love her makeup. I love her hair. Wendy looks great. Ashley, who usually looks a little suspect.
Ashley looks the best to me. I feel like all of them.
The hair is looking better. Kiana, I love Kiana. Yeah, Kiana's hair is gorgeous.
Kiana is the best to me. Yeah.
Girls are looking good. So we're going to start with
Wendy.
Now, I want to talk about the new girls before we get into the openers and all of that. So new girls we were introduced to this season. We got Tia and we got Angel.
Angel's a wag. I love wag. So
Mandy, I'll let you talk about Angel. I'll talk about Tia. You go ahead and talk about Angel.
All I know about Angel is she got money, honey. She's a wag. Her man played for the Denver Broncos for a long time. They have a luxury outdoorsy brand and sells like all like the rich people in Denver and Aspen type camping gears and all this like luxurious stuff that costs a lot of money that most people wouldn't even know to buy. But that's the business that she has, and it does very well. He retired. And she's from DC, so she's like all of my family is here. I would like to put roots down here. I really like their marriage from what I'm seeing. He's on camera. He's very light. He looks like a loving husband. They have beautiful kids. She don't give like she's fronting. So far I like it. I will say it's like a love and hate thing when somebody come on the show with a quote unquote best friend of 20 years. It's like, okay, your best friend of 20 years is Kiana. The new housewife is kind of like, that's going to end up shaky. It's not going to, it's going to end up shaky. It's not going to last. It's not like, I think it would be a difference if it was like an OG's best friend of 20 years coming on the show. It's like, you also coming on the show with somebody who's also fighting for their spot on the show.
There you go.
So, but as we see in episode 2, not jumping ahead, we'll get there. It's already some rocky, you chin check me, whatever they call it, situation. But I think she's gonna have great promise, and I think she's gonna stand up for herself and anybody. Like, I don't think she's gonna be like a minion to anybody. That's why so far I see Angel staying, because I don't see her being like a follower or I want to be Giselle's best friend or whatever.
She's used to dealing with football wives.
Completely
different world.
Exactly. Different world. Like, you're not gonna haze her. Like she.
I feel like that was Monique. Monique was like that too when she came in. Like, girl, I've done this. You ain't
been
about
there,
to do
done
this
it,
to me.
Yeah, girl, we've done the sunbeams. Okay, we already know.
But it's like, I don't want to feed into the colorism aspect of it all. We'll see how Giselle acts with her, because she's very much similar to Monique, but we'll see if Giselle likes her because she's very light-skinned, but we'll see.
Talk about it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about Tia. And so Tia has been married for 17 years to her husband from Chicago. She is royalty, raised in Lagos, Nigeria. She is global realist in London, which is very popular because I have a friend who's also Nigerian. Her accent, and her dad also had property in London. So they had a summer house in London. So I definitely feeling the Nigerian vibes. Love it. But she said she was royalty princess, baby. She didn't have to do nothing. She had drivers,
chefs and au pairs. What she say? She called it you know they rich when they don't say nanny, they say au pair.
Au pair. You know, au pair is different though, just so you know, because we actually have
what's the difference?
So an au pair is actually like a student from another country that you choose to house, and they also help you around the house. So it's a little bit different where like you pays to house them,
right? Me and Shay
versus
me and
I'm sorry. You know the realms of what I deal with.
It's given under slave, but
it's
okay.
like servitude.
I was just about to say it's giving
servitude.
Like
it's
you
giving
have
indentured
to abide. You have to abide by very strict rules, and you have to interview to be able to get one through the service. And usually it's very well astute family. So like their living is they live with you. They're a live-in. A nanny is not a live-in. An au pair is a live-in. And again, it's completely, and usually it's like from different country, and like you're just kind of like they get something, you get something kind of a thing. What's also really cool is like from a kid perspective, they also usually learn another language, they learn different customs, like they're literally there with you to help you raise your kids. So that's a very, very different.
So I could give
au
like
pair
an Italian au pair.
Au pair is very
it's a living from Sicily or something.
Very different than just having a nanny that you pay 40 hours a week and they come in and out. So it's very different. Only like I said, I know because some of my VPs that I support have au pairs and they had to break down to me what's the difference. So that's how I know. Okay.
Interesting. Sorry.
So
okay.
Needless to say, sis has been literally she's been a kept woman, came to the States. So we also found out she's a global real estate advisor. So I don't know what that is, and we're going to learn more about that, I'm sure. As to like her place, her husband. Let's talk about her husband's credentials, okay?
Yeah, she said she's like a nerd. Yeah,
in acquisitions for a
aerospace,
from an aerospace
nautical
company?
something. She said, yeah. But that's DC for you. In other words, I think. Okay, DC.
He probably got some government contract.
Right, I was going to say DC speak. He does some stuff for the government.
He worked for Lockheed or something like that.
Exactly, like that's government speak. For my man, got like a security clearance.
Okay, in so many words, I'm sure he does to work for anything dealing with astronauts and all the things.
Exactly.
If you're doing mergers and acquisitions for that, like I don't think you
government
wouldn't have
contracting,
off
books, like projects.
So I'm loving Tia already. Yeah. She's giving princess. She's giving us money. She's giving us
more
class.
personality though.
She's giving us British accent. I'm hopeful that she will come more to life as we get more into her personal story and like how she's just like a fly on the wall
right now.
But right now, I mean, can you blame her? Yeah. So let's get into these first 2 episodes.
True.
True. I'm a newbie. Like Wendy said, literally in the middle of a conversation, welcome Tia. Like literally,
we beefing right now, right?
So much is happening, right? Okay, so let's start off by I can't say it ain't an RIP moment, but it was so great to see Karen. They kicked it off with Karen.
That lady need to be on this show.
She did.
Karen coming out of jail. I love that Bravo did that, like because they talking about her all season. So why not?
She needs to be on this show.
Grand Dame getting out because she probably ain't ready yet, Mandy. You gotta get Karen. But okay. Karen ain't ready yet. Give her a beat. Let her get her bearings.
Just call me, girl. I'll get you together. We'll do some pep talks because at least give us confessionals because we missing humor and shade in a confessional. Like we're not getting that. You know, Karen will sit in their confessionals in a group scene, and it just make you laugh, and it just makes you like pull everything together. Like we don't have none of that. And you know what's funny? I can tell the biggest difference is in Giselle because she like. I ain't got nobody to really work with. Like I don't have nobody
she's so confused this season.
She don't know what to do. Giselle don't know what to do.
I gotta pull this together. Let me just get these pins. Let me just get these
I don't know because I don't got my partner. That's why she bringing up Karen every single scene. It's like
because she like I gotta work too hard for this. I gotta work too hard. Ashley being messy, but ain't nobody to calm it down and get people to still want to work together. It's being crazy. All right, so now we're gonna get into
calling out Ashley, but Karen.
So we're gonna get to victim versus villain now, y'all. So that's again victim versus villain part 2. We was saving it really for this portion because right off the bat, Potomac came in and said we still got some beef from last season with some of the girlies, and we just gonna get into it. Okay, so the first thing, before I do victim, we're gonna do Ashley and Stacey. Ashley versus Stacey. But first, let's talk about Ashley separately, y'all. So Ashley, she finally got her divorce. She's having a divorce party.
Girl.
Part of her personal story is this. She's going to a correspondence dinner. Why, Ashley? Why are you going to the White House? You are a Black woman under this administration.
Yeah.
With like you are
ain't
the
correspondence dinner supposed to be about like roasting and jokes and the media,
it's supposed
right?
to be jokes. But you know she's a comedian, so you know she does comedian.
I thought she was a cabaret. I thought she was like a cabaret girl like Luann.
Cabaret comedian. What don't she do? She sing allegedly. Like Ashley do a little bit of everything. So she's at the correspondence dinner for whatever, and then. Also want to talk about Ashley because her and Giselle from this show did Love Hotel. Clearly, we're seeing that was not a success from either one of these women because they're not showing any men from that show.
Even though Orange County, Shannon ain't with none of them men either.
Ain't listen, so Love Hotel, it sounds like y'all don't have a good.
Didn't work. It didn't work.
Y'all don't have a good track record because ain't none of these men showing up on these shows. She brought Josh back. He escorted her to the correspondence dinner. So I guess they back doing their little thing or whatever. So let's get into the meat because Ashley already, one thing about Ashley, and people can say whatever they want to say, but part of the reason why I feel like Candace has been needed on this show is because she's the only one that calls Ashley out on her miss and don't let her get away with it. Agreed. Ashley is running havoc on the first episodes because nobody is calling her out. So let's go Ashley versus Stacey. So we get into, we're in the first episode. Ashley invites Stacey to this little boutique to have a conversation. Already we know if it's Ashley, there's going to be some trash because Ashley ain't just going to have a scene with nobody and they're going to be bringing no receipts. So she goes and start asking Stacey some questions, which I don't even know what to say about Stacey right now. We'll get there. But Ashley is like, okay, so how you been, sis? Oh, I've been good. Okay, well, I got some questions to ask you, baby, because first one, you claim that you were divorced. I can't find you on the registry anywhere, and that's public record. So are you really divorced or not? Well, Ashley, I can't really answer that for you. I mean, if you really need to, go through all of that, I mean, I just don't understand why you just wouldn't take my word. Like, literally, Stacey had nothing to back it up. She's like, well, it would be on the registry, like my divorce is on the registry. Now, Ashley, now let's talk about it. Ashley didn't have no say in her divorce.
10 years.
After all this time, now you think you can say it with your chest because your stuff is done. But
That's
when people were asking
like
you about your divorce, it was a problem. But getting back to Stacey, and Stacey just lying, like, yeah, girl. We already know at this point she already dating her man all over again, dating her husband.
Is she? I don't believe that.
But she like, yeah. She's like, but speaking of, I was at the Essence Festival. And why would I don't know who to believe, because why would a random person just come up to you with receipts like this? But she claims an actress came to her, a reputable,
and I know who the actress is.
And I think I did too. To her,
I know it is,
and showed her that there was a lawsuit between you and TJ, where TJ is suing you for the money that he still alleges you owe him for not paying him to be on the show like you said he was going to be. And you're still lying that he really wasn't paid to be on the show. And she was like, well, Ashley, I don't even know how to say that. Like, I don't even, like, what do you want me to say? Actually, I just want the truth. Like, I just need you to tell me the truth, because right now, everything that comes out of your mouth is like being proven that you're lying, and you won't even admit that you're lying. So I'm having a hard time being your friend. So they get into it really bad. And this is where it's really hard for me. Ashley, you have the audacity. Audacity. Now, I'm not going to say that these aren't the right conversations to have with somebody who's been lying about this whole situation. But were you the person to have this conversation
when Andy asked you the last divorce? 6 reunions? When is your divorce finalized? And you couldn't get him an answer for 6 reunions.
Glass house.
Ashley, I just right message, wrong Messenger. So
your
they
man
get
got
into
sued for
it.
sexual assault and you don't want to talk about it. Your man was
Right.
grabbing producers' booties and you didn't want to talk about it. Your man was telling Juan, I want to take you on my bachelor party in Vegas, just me and you. You didn't want to talk about it. Let's not.
So this then leads me to the next, and I mean, I want to hear y'all who won, Ashley versus Stacey. I don't know who y'all gonna give it to. Is this gonna be something we gonna continue? Because I mean, Ashley gonna get at her even more. So Ashley gets at her even more at Ashley's divorce party. Which why are we having a divorce party when you barely even wanted to talk to us about your divorce? It's crazy. Wore a dress and some heels, can barely walk down the stairs. Looking stupid and crazy, trying to walk down the stairs. Everybody holding their breath.
A mess that day. I don't know what y'all talking about. She looked horrible that day. That wig was ugly. That dress was ugly. I hated it. And
but
I hated
she couldn't walk in it though. It's
walk.
only as cute as you can walk in it. Baby was having a time coming down them stairs, honey.
I liked it.
And it's the thing. What are we throwing parties for?
The corset. I liked it.
She looked a mess. It was too big for her. She's too little and petite for that big old dress. And the thing with Ashley is you didn't tell us nothing about your divorce. So why do I care about you throwing a party now?
True.
I don't care.
But she couldn't, y'all. Like I go back and forth because it's like you signed an NDA. What you supposed to do? Like, you know,
you also signed up to be on reality TV to show us your life.
But NDA
so
you
need to figure out what you can and can't say versus not saying.
Well, it sounds like you should have got off the show. You should have got off the show until your divorce was final, and then came back and told us all about it then. Because,
but I also think y'all dealing with somebody who Michael Darby was on this show from the inception, and he got killed every season. So can you not imagine him in a divorce settlement having a NDA clause saying you can't talk about me on this show? They already dragged me through the mud every single season of my life. If I'm giving this money,
I'm about to say
accountability.
I get it, but he's a rich white man. Like, he's a rich white man. They're gonna put those NDAs in that settlement, and that girl's gonna take that and she's gonna sign it.
His infatuation
I've been reading a lot about. I've been reading a lot of books.
I was gonna say though, I think as far as when it comes to Ashley and Stacey, when they said Stacey promised that man 100% her check, that's what made me say y'all lying, because ain't nobody ever promising 100% of their checks to nobody.
And your first year, nothing. They say the checks are like glam. You get your glam reimbursed. You're literally like what you're paying at glam. That's what you're getting.
I think you know how they said back in the day the housewives' husband didn't get paid, so they might get a husband a little fee.
That made sense to me.
I feel like that's what she did, and he took it and did some other stuff with it, and I feel like that's what it is. But she
don't say you said that, Jasmine. That's a good perspective.
But I also think that it was a stunt. It was a stunt because my thing is, TJ, if you got these receipts and you so thirsty for the world to know, thank you. That's my point. It's like we haven't seen them yet. If you have these papers and you have this, and you got on the phone on a reunion going off, that's why I'm like, I don't believe either one of them. I believe that the truth is somewhere in the middle. Like you said, I think it was some like unspoken agreement. Yeah. And I'm gonna film with you, whatever. I really think I think her husband was apprehensive, like, I'm a businessman. Yes, I'm foreign. I don't know the world of this. Let's let you try something out first, and if it go good, kind of, if it seems like a good opportunity.
You think her first season went good? That's something.
No, but I also think that as a businessman, as a man of another race, he heard the narrative around him and their divorce, and probably was like. Cause that scene where he wasn't talking to her. He ain't say not one word on that camera for real. He was just there to look at. Like, he wasn't, yeah, baby, I love you so much and I made a mistake and I can't believe that we let ourselves get to the point of divorce. Like, it was not like, that's what I want to see. Like, bring back the real.
Because the reality of
the Nene sitting in there, Gwilla on that couch with Greg, like, you like me? Do you love me? Like, are you in love with me? Like, while they was trying to work it out, like, can we see that?
Because it ain't nothing to work out.
The
real lie is she ain't never divorced that man.
She never found divorce.
That TJ stuff ain't the lie. That ain't the lie that they need to be looking for. Ashley started tap dancing on that when it came to that divorce, and I don't see no paperwork. That's the real lie. So that's what that's what it is. She ain't never divorced that man. She ain't divorced that man.
Well, that goes into the next one, which was Stacey versus TJ. Like
they both queens. They both, Anyway, they both
stunt queens, bro.
Yeah, they both stuck. I'm not listening to neither one of them. And honestly, the only thing that makes Stacey interesting is that she come with a gay man that I want to hear him and see him on the TV, like the old Atlanta Housewives. That's the only, because when he was in Ashley's face, like, okay, girl, tell me what my friend got to do. He was like. Well, he was like, okay, what do you want? You want to see her divorce papers? Like, okay, like
what you need?
Tell me what you want to do. Like, I love him. Like, when he was just like, okay, like y'all getting amped, but like for real, what
he was trying to help her. He really was trying. He was trying.
Like, but that's what they're there for, though.
Thank you. Like
because he was like, baby,
and Miss
you
Lawrence and Miss
you get ate up.
Like,
he felt it.
You about to get ate up.
Yeah, like what do my friend have to do, y'all? What do my friend have to do? What do my friend have to do?
Teach her for this. I can't teach her no comebacks for this one.
I think the thing, I think with Stacey, she just got the storyline that a lot of housewives have, which is that you rent your man for the show. We've seen it with Kenya. We've seen it with Giselle. And then you pulled the Giselle and got back with your ex-husband.
For fake.
Allegedly.
He won't be at the reunion. And it will be a, where's your husband at the reunion? Yeah. Oh, he's not.
Hopefully ain't nobody got no binder. You know?
Because I know Eddie ain't showing up to that reunion now.
Eddie.
Happy.
Okay, we gonna get there. We almost there. Okay,
Eddie ain't showing up to this reunion, but I don't know if they're able to.
We getting there.
Right.
So before we get to the bombshell that blew us away on a Sunday, we're gonna do Wendy versus Kay/Kierna. So in episode 1, the very end at Ashley's divorce party. First of all, Wendy's dress.
Name is Kierna. Can we talk about that?
Okay, don't talk about
that's not her fault.
That's her mama.
That's not her fault.
Y'all, Kierna.
She goes by Kay for a reason. So like,
leave her alone.
Girl, call me Kiana. Like, I'm changing my name.
Okay, well, maybe it comes from somewhere deep rooted into her family history.
If we got some Kiernas listening, I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I like
please forgive her because she's me and Henri. So, Wendy versus Kay. So we get to Ashley's divorce party. Wendy looks fabulous in this dress. Like, I mean, fabulous.
Scammers do.
Okay, we're gonna get there. And so Kay was initially talking to some of the other ladies about like how she felt like Wendy was like sidebarring her, like they had been to a few events and like she felt like Wendy didn't speak to her. Like on the phone, she speaks to me and we talk, we chat, we text. But when she see me at events, I feel like she be like dodging me and she purposely like it's making me feel some kind of way. Like I don't like that. And so she wants to call her out about it. Now, here's the issue that I have. Kay, girl, you came in way too hot for somebody.
She want a moment so bad. She want a moment.
You came in way too hot for somebody who was way too calm. So it made you already look like the aggressor, even though you actually may have had a point. So let's talk about it. So Wendy sitting down, looking all cute and stuff. And she's like, hey, Kay, girl, how you doing? And she's like, I just want to talk to you. Oh, okay. Let's talk. So Wendy already like, okay, sis is about to have a moment. Wow. I've been on enough of these seasons to know when somebody come at me in a way where you want to have a moment. So Wendy puts on a face that I love. She's sitting there like, I'm going to let her have this moment. Let me sit back and let me be cute. What is your issue, sweet? And somebody, what is your issue, Sweeney? And so Kay is like, you were at these events and you told me that you weren't going to be there. And then I see you there and you're on stage and you didn't speak to me. And so Wendy calmly says, well, I was on the stage because I was actually
condescendingly.
I was actually like doing my job. And would you have wanted me to stop what I was doing, which is actually like, I don't know, what do you call it? Or not like you're not a speaker, but like she was like a panelist. So you want me to stop and be like on the mic, how you doing? Like, what? Like, no. And she said, how do I look like as a friend if you tell me you are sponsoring the event that I'm going to? And then what? You want me to be like, oh yeah, and I'm also like emceeing it. So like, wouldn't you, if you were sponsoring the event, already know that I'm going to be at the event?
Exactly.
1. 2, why would I want to say that after you say that to where it looks like I'm outshining you when this is a really big deal for you and my friend? I'm not going to do that. And so I was like, that was a really good, I'm not going to lie. That was
y'all
a really great
her
comeback.
Too much.
Two things. One, if I have a mic and I'm like literally emceeing an event, I'm not gonna be like, hey girl, that's ghetto. We don't do that. That's not something I want to do. Now, if after the event, if I don't speak to you and we see each other, that's a whole different situation. If you would have been like, hey, after the event, I literally walked up to you and you didn't speak to me, that's something different. But if I'm on the stage and I just glance and I see you while I'm on the stage, I'm not going to be doing all of this. That's not cute. I'm a professional. I'm not doing that. 2, if you were truly sponsoring the event, why would you not know that I was speaking? That was the other issue that I had. So I was like, okay. So Wendy had her comeback. So then Kay tries to bring up another moment. And I'm going to say this to you, Mandy, because I think Kay had a point. I just think she didn't have good examples.
Yeah, she didn't have good examples.
She didn't know how to
like it was so bad, Marla.
so it's like you're trying to prove a wordsmith. So like you're gonna have to come
intellectual
with receipts.
Yeah, like you can't come at Wendy like that. No, I agree.
I felt a vibe.
Wrong house.
No, that's not what you do. You need to come with pointed receipts. So
you
then she tries to give her another example.
You can't come at her like that.
Wendy breaks it down again and was like, yeah, girl, no, that was not the situation. Like, this is what happened. This is what happened. And if I made you feel any kind of way, that was not like my intentions. Like, hear you. And I mean, I feel like Wendy in that scene handled it so well that it made Kiana look crazy. Even though I truly think Kay had a point, but she just didn't articulate it well.
Examples were so bad.
Wendy won that argument.
Agreed.
Not gonna lie. You came in hot with no points.
Agreed.
Wendy stayed calm.
That was such a sit down. They should have went to
that was a one-on-one.
That's a one-on-one sit down situation, and you should not. And it shouldn't even got that heavy and hot because it was like, girl,
this is the housewives don't know how to play this right. Like, if I'm gonna fake the fuck with somebody, I'm gonna do it to the point where we gonna have a sit down, like we gonna have a luncheon or something, so we can get our own moment. But it's almost like going back to Atlanta Housewives when Shamia and Portia had that sit down, and Portia was just looking at her like,
because she knew what time it was.
Here we go.
That's why when new wives cannot come at old wives. They
can't come at the OGs. Yeah, like they see you amped up, and we don't know
you emotional, and we like. And she's just sitting there like.
From what I hear too about like when they're filming at parties and like group events, like you know, like you at an event or something, you hear music and stuff like that because of licensing like rules. That it really be like quiet, and it's just like all these isolated events. So that's why sometimes they kind of seem on edge. And she probably was like, nothing's popping off, the producer's going off on me, and you know, producers will pull you to the bedroom and be like, but didn't you tell us that you feel this way about Wendy? Like that's how they get the scenes like in the background. They don't like people like, oh, reality TV is fake. No, it's not fake. What happens is the girls tell their producers what's going on.
And so the producers
ask them questions like, but didn't you just tell us that you're not really feeling Wendy? So like she's here. Like you need to tell her what you told us. Okay. Right.
So speaking of Wendy, now we're gonna hit it home, y'all. It's the last thing we're gonna talk about today.
Oh, brother.
Where were you when you heard about
although Wendy may have won that fight, the federal
FDC, FBC, SDC, FBI.
They hit us with some pics.
It was early in the
her
morning
and her husband.
I
was like, wait a minute. What kind of pics are these? Are
pics,
are they in jail?
Babe. Mugshot. Say it, Marla.
So we got mugshots from okay, so we woke up.
I was confused.
And let me just tell you, like Wendy was really playing herself as a really like seasoned housewife. Okay, baby got a good husband. We were like, baby got a good husband. She got
maybe I compared that man to Greg Leaks. I put him in the Greg Leaks category.
Eddie is smiley. He is
Eddie
wonderful.
Is I put him in top 3, y'all.
Like
Eddie was top 3.
Everything is like hitting. Like Wendy is going to solidify her place as a real housewife. She was doing wife swap. Wife swap. So she got like an episode with Wife Swap, which is a new show. Hers is going to be the opening of the new show where Wendy was going to be that girl.
She was going to be.
In walks a mugshot of her and her husband that hit the news.
Both
and we're trying to all understand, just like we did with Miami, like what else? What is this? Because this was not on our bingo cards for this year. So they have fraud allegations is what we hear. And then we start to read. You know, it's crazy when you start to actually read the things. And then you're like, okay, let me digest this. So quick. So then you read the article, and we're like, fraud allegations of what? Like he got.
I was like, that's
Eddie.
I was like,
Happy Eddie is doing so well. Like she's a doctor. She literally has all these degrees. Like
he's a lawyer.
They listen. We're like, no way, fraud, no way. So then we go into the article, and it starts to break down that of the alleged, they claim they had a burglary that happened about 3 or 4 years ago. And when the burglary happened, they listed items that were missing
multiple times.
The issue is they listed items that were missing to 3 different insurance agencies that Wendy was then seen on the show wearing these items,
oh Lord Jesus,
as evidence. So because it was over 3, and you know it's very minuscule because everybody was like, oh, if it's over $300, no. But when you read further,
$400,000.
it's $400 and something $1,000 worth of fraud.
Like, girl,
they then go in and say that they are literally, when they start to look into their finances, that they were hurting for money,
in debt.
And so it's not looking great. We got the mug shots. We're like, okay.
No, we get worse, Marla. You're missing a big part.
Okay,
did the police also say that they felt like the burglary was fake? You're missing that part.
I didn't want to admit that.
They also claimed that some of the stuff that she listed as stolen was stuff that she had actually returned to the store before reporting it stolen.
Yep.
So,
and they talked about the burglary. There was no forced entry, no broken windows, and also she did an interview. Like, she's so stupid. She did an interview about the break-in and said, "We are the first and only break-in in our whole entire neighborhood's history."
That's crazy.
Can y'all make that make sense?
So what we know right now is
we
are usually innocent until proven guilty. I hope this is all a
I hope it's fake. Oh, I hope it's fake.
I hope that they have proof that they actually did disclose to the insurance companies, and maybe there was something. I don't know. All I hope is they have really great.
But when the email he wrote to Wendy?
I'm gonna say no. This is real.
I don't know.
They have emails of Eddie sending to. This is what makes like grinds. Like, Eddie, you're the lawyer.
You the lawyer.
You are the lawyer, and you're gonna put a paper trail of your email address to Wendy's email address and say, "Hey, don't we got some other expensive things we can put on this? Our limit is $450,000. We need to get up to that number."
But can we talk about it? So for someone who have had parents that have had fires and
I've had a flood. I understand.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, I don't think that's an unrealistic question.
Right.
And I hope that they can prove this, because when you are in a situation where you have like a massive situation of like losing something, whether it's a fire, a flood, or whatever,
I did it. I itemized everything.
That you
with your policy.
Everything towards your policy. And usually you do know what that limit is, because we're like, okay, whether it's a ring, whether it's jewelry, whether it's even shoes and sneakers that's worth whatever, you want that itemized. Those are items that you cannot get back, or valuables that you cannot get back. So I looked at that and said, that is not unusual to me, because anybody that's going through an insurance claim,
we do that,
especially for something that is like if you're saying that heavy items are missing, that you want to make sure that you disclose everything. Sometimes you forget in the middle of the chaos of what you're actually missing.
But Marla,
but if they planned it,
that's not the problem. Is it wasn't necessary. They triple dip. So this is what you're not getting. So they went to, okay, let's say their home insurance.
I just don't want to believe it.
I know. Okay. Listen, y'all, listen to the viewers. I'm trying to break this down.
I don't believe. I'm trying to give I'm trying to be the lawyers on the other side of this thing.
No, okay? I'm telling the truth.
Because I don't want them to
no, Marla. So imagine they go to State Farm and say, "Here, $500,000. This is what we're missing. This is our policy over here." Then they also go to the jeweler and be like, "Yeah,
but you can take out multiple policies for things." And
I'm with that
this
too.
Is what I'm trying to say, and this is why I need I'm hopeful that they have really great lawyers.
Okay,
you can take multiple policies out on different
on the same
things.
Thing. On the same
you can thing. I can take multiple policies out on you, Mandy. Right now, as my sister on 3 different life insurances if I want to.
Really?
I can take multiple.
You can, but here's the thing. If you
the issue, go ahead, Shay.
Yes, you can do that, but if someone is like overinsured on something like that,
red flag.
Then it's gonna be a red flag.
Then it's a red flag, but they have to then prove that it's for malicious intent. So this is what I am trying to say. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody who literally
maxing out the insurance policy. Yes, I agree.
If I am paying monthly, monthly,
on my little renter's insurance
costs, and we don't know how much their house costs. We don't know all their property value. We don't know any of that.
So really, they just have to prove that their stuff is really stolen, though.
Thank you.
Right.
So what I think they need to prove is
but this depends though, y'all.
But even then, hold on. But they missed a couple of things. No, they don't. Because after the Diddy trial, I don't have faith in the feds. I don't have faith in the
That's the one. That's the anomaly.
No. Look
at Jen Shaw. Look at Elizabeth Holmes. I can keep going on and on and on. Right. The feds don't be making mistakes.
Was not the feds. The Karen was state, and that was DUIs. What I will say about this situation, Elizabeth. Stop it. That has a whole
federal cases.
We're not going to do that. What I am going to say is what I think about this one is I think they're trying to make, and I feel Candace in this. I feel like they're trying to make examples out of some of the housewives. I feel like they're going a little too far. Now, in this scenario, I think if they have good lawyers, I think that they're going to be able to finesse out of this. What I do think is all they need to do is I don't even think they need to prove that there was a real burglary because that's a whole. You need to, if anything, it's like you prove that it wasn't a burglary. It's the opposite. Tell me why you don't think there was a burglary, right?
Because she wearing a ring that she said it was stolen.
Okay, y'all, listen. They don't have good lawyers. They don't have good lawyers.
I'm gonna say the girl wearing the ring.
Maybe she had a duplicate. Maybe she had a duplicate.
Okay, yes.
Maybe it's the ring that I got sized into a different ring, and I got another one remade. I don't know. What I am telling you is,
what the REIT didn't do, the REIT didn't do that.
If the REIT didn't get caught for her craziness, I just think this is crazy. So this is what I'm going to say.
He did it better.
This is what I'm going to say. I hope it's really
Dorit had them kids in the house and took a chance. And said, nobody's going to question it if my kids was in the house.
Also, Dorit is white.
Truly prove.
Okay.
That's another thing. Like, and I'm going to say, like, and I love that Candace said that Candace is a real friend. Candace has her faults.
They're not friends.
Love her. Hold on. One thing that I love about her interview that she did when she found out in real life, in the middle of an interview,
in real time,
she was like, what I hate is she talked about all the good things that they do. These are people that have been able to employ other Black people into other businesses. These are people that she talked about from a place of a good, like that is a good friend.
Weed girl.
Regardless, because others are doing it. And so why not? So like what I will say is I love that she talked about, like, regardless of knowing what was going on, she was like, I know my friends to be good people. I know that they do good work, and I would hate for anything bad to happen to them. And this does feel like it's targeted to me, not knowing all the facts. What I will say is my people ain't smart on the flip side. They made some stupid mistakes. And I just hope that the lawyers, like I'm trying to maybe problem explain,
Yeah, you really trying to help a girl, help her.
Like, listen, come up with a really good defense to plead this down, because they are such a, when I think about like good family units on TV, I hate this for this couple, because I love I love what they show with their kids. I love that they show the many degrees and them being prominent Black people in this arena. Like it's a dime a dozen to be able to talk through that. And I hate that, like, as an example of good that they have shown on this show, that now their names are being tarnished. And I just hope, and this is just me maybe being naive and just not want to believe it, but I hope that they truly prove that this is a misunderstanding and that they can bounce back from this, because this is not what I want for this family, and this is not what I want to believe is their moral and their ethics. Like, I'm having a hard time.
So our question or our thought, is it that
it wasn't intentional?
Right. Is that they did it and it wasn't intentional?
Yeah, I truly, because I know, Shay, that there are some people, when stuff like this happen, they get consultants. And the consultants tell you what to put here and what to do here and what to put there.
State Farm girl, yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, like, I am leaning into, they took directive from someone and got in trouble, and because they're in a public forum, that it's now like more visible than somebody down the street.
I'm thinking about the Chrisleys in this situation and what the Chrisleys
tax fraud, though. That's a little bit different.
I think the Chrisleys was 100% guilty.
You think they did it?
Tax fraud.
I watched that documentary, y'all. When I was on my little work trip, I was in that little hotel room watching that little documentary. I was convinced. I was like, "Oh,
yes, listen." And this may be me naive because I love Wendy. Like, I am a Wendy and Eddie fan, and so I'm having a hard time.
The way she was smiling on that mugshot, she seemed like, it's all right, y'all. I got it.
Right.
Thank you.
Because I'll be sick.
but y'all, I'm at a point now with celebrities and what we see that I'm just like, bro. I know. Unfortunately, I'm kind of jaded. Like,
yeah, you can't put them on a moral high ground.
No, yeah, like I'm at that point now where I'm like, I think it's also because I live in Atlanta and I see a lot of facades.
Y'all scammy.
You see what I'm saying? Like, when you really be around these quote unquote rich people or these wealthy people or famous people, and they just get to talking, you realize this all fake. Like, lot of these people really live these grifting type of lives where it's like,
check to check.
The next, yes, like, and for them, when they reach a certain amount of success, it's like, I can't just go be regular anymore. So then the grift gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger.
And you're trying to live above your means.
And you are keeping up with the Joneses at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm not gonna lie, as a fan and going on Twitter, I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna give my little rant. Two things. Number one, I did not realize how many people on social media or housewives in general that was rooting on Wendy's downfall. Baby.
Yeah, that's
when
so
I say my timeline was nothing but
people
negative
don't like
about
that
Wendy.
girl. And I don't understand why.
Because she's Black and
husband.
I know why.
Educated with a husband that love her.
Like, y'all don't understand. That was the number one shock that I had, was all these quote unquote fans and people was just like, I knew Wendy was fake. I knew like, it was just like, it was so much. And then number two, I will say, I feel that I'm right in history when it comes to the Green Eyed Bandits. I think they're evil humans. I think all of their storylines are crazy. I think everything that they ever concocted was crazy. But a part of me did go back to Wendy's second season in my head, when her personality changed, when she got her mommy makeover, and then all of a sudden I'm finna quit my job, and then all of a sudden Eddie's like, I'm finna get weed business, and I'm finna be outside in DC, and it just all kind of like came together, and I'm just like, I hope my girl didn't fall into the trap of like maybe Eddie was looking at some baddies or something online. I don't know. Like, I just kind of like went down this deep dive.
You went down like a negative path. But what I'm going to say is I'm always leaning into, I believe the good in people. That is a downfall of me. I don't know. I'm always going to lean into.
That's a downfall of you, baby.
I'm always going to lean into positivity and think well intent unless you give me a reason not to. And in this case, like I just know from just dealing with insurance, it can be tricky.
For sure.
You have people telling you certain things. You're signing paperwork. You don't really know what all that stuff is.
You just signing crap.
When I had my flood, y'all, I have a little apartment. And my apartment at that time was even smaller. And I remember when like State Farm was like hounding me, like, what did you have? What did you have? And I'm just trying to think. I'm going back on like receipts and going on like, I went on Fashion Nova, like, what's my account? Okay. Amazon, what I ordered. I didn't know. I'm like, what did I don't know what I have.
And like, you are literally like,
and I'm stressed. I'm crying. I'm not in my house, right? I'm saying like, I'm not in my house. I'm in a hotel.
You're not in your home.
I just want you to give me some money so I can go start my life over. Like that's
give me some money so I can get some underwear, and so I can
right.
So
I like go to Target. I had to go to Target and buy some panties. I was like.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, this is
you're not in the right headspace. You're
not in the right headspace. And although, like, you're like, she wore this ring a few months ago, it may be a ring that she didn't find until afterwards. Like, maybe it was misplaced, or maybe like all I'm saying is like,
I'm gonna wait on
this is one of the ones where I'm like, I want her to have her day in court. Now, if she gets to court, and after I did all this, Wendy, if you get to court
and plead guilty like Jen Shaw did after saying she was innocent
to court, and I'm over here coming up with more ideas than your lawyers.
Well, I'm gonna have a whole problem. I think that's the thing. Her husband's a whole lawyer.
And also my problem is I'm thinking like
even more reason why I think good intent. No, because I don't think they would actually do
Teresa
something
and Joe
and risk losing his bar.
I'm thinking further though. I'm thinking of how Teresa and Joe had to do like sentences separate so they could be at home with the like they're both charged. Like I'm thinking of the unfortunately I'm thinking of
the kids.
Like, if this goes down and the way America is operated, 1 with black people, 2 with celebrities, 3 with the law,
they're gonna throw them the book.
You see, and imagine them drawing the wrong judge. And it comes down something so simple, Marla, that I've realized about a lot of these cases is just drawing the wrong judge. Just the chance that your judge gotta beat the ground with somebody. Just like Karen, like all of these, unfortunately, the track record with reality stars and the feds are not good. The Chrisleys went to jail. Jen Shaw went to jail. Who else? I can keep going down to Teresa and Joe.
Just to make an example.
Peter Thomas. But let's talk about the differences though.
No, they are Marla. They all fraud. They all
fraud. But they're in different ways. So like let's talk about it.
Wire fraud.
No, let me speak.
And her man.
Wire fraud.
Hold on. But they actually did. This is what I'm saying why I feel like
they actually did it.
Joe was literally, will you let me speak? Joe was taking out mortgages on homes that actually already had mortgages on them.
That's crazy
and he knew it. The issue
where Teresa went to jail.
Teresa,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. The precedent is there.
Let me finish. Teresa signed the paperwork as a joint person on these mortgages, not knowing that they already had the mortgages on them. So
and she still went
fraud because her signature was on them. But he knowingly knew that he was doing something wrong, is what I'm saying. Jen Shaw ran a Ponzi scheme for elderly people. There's no way that you can go to court and be like, I didn't know the elderly people was going to click. Like, what are you going to say? Like, you knew your company was targeting elderly people for these things that they were clicking and paying. And it was so there was no, and hers was a RICO. So she wasn't even the brains behind the operation. They got her as like a sidebar. So hold on. We're not
this makes it worse. So this man is a lawyer, Marla. They're gonna throw the book at him.
Hold on. So this is why I'm saying, like,
he's a lawyer.
This is why I'm saying, like, hers was a RICO. We got somebody taking out mortgages, knowingly that they already had mortgages on them. Let's get to who else was in jail. Peter.
I can talk about the Chrisleys. To this day, they claim that they have a long, drawn out story. And I watched the documentary, and from their point of view, I can understand why they feel like they were wrongfully targeted and accused. They both got prison time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's at a point where it's like,
I feel like these celebrities
come in and die.
Though
they are, but they're going to prison. What I'm trying to tell you is they're going to prison, though. They're going to prison behind it.
I don't want to.
It's to make an example out of it. It's true.
That's that's what I'm trying to tell you is there has been nobody that you know that is a celebrity so far.
Luann.
In current time. Who?
She beat her DUI, didn't she? Who was it that had a DUI in New York?
That was her first DUI. Beating a DUI is different. That's totally different. Totally different.
Hold on. Let me think of somebody else.
Marla, they all went to jail.
They all went to
all in jail. I don't know.
They all
Everybody went to jail.
They all went. Luann got didn't she get like house arrest or like probation or something for a long time? Shade.
House
it was like
arrest,
a big deal at the time. Yeah. Yep. They all got punishment, Marla. Nobody has beaten the feds. At the end of the day,
it's to make an example out of you. And that's just what it is, because they don't like the fact that you have influence to do what you're doing.
Because Trump pardoned them. They would still be in jail for 6 to 8 more years. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Unfortunately, Marla, nobody has beat the feds.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna
technically pray. Has not beat the feds. Like,
we're gonna say this.
Time.
He needs to. We're gonna say this. We're gonna put them on the sick and shut in the prayer
list. They're done. Okay? I'm sorry.
We're gonna put them on a prayer list. Wendy and Eddie, I hope. I'm gonna say this. I hope that this was all a misunderstanding. But if you knowingly did this, then you deserve your time. And so I gotta be okay with that.
That plea deal come and they say house arrest, take it.
Take it. Don't be caring.
I don't care.
Take it.
Take it. Home confinement.
Even if it means you gotta stand up and say you guilty, don't go to trial. Yeah. Take it. I hope so. And we're gonna keep your boys. We're gonna keep your boys uplifted, because I'm more concerned about the babies and the family. And so just keeping y'all uplifted.
Maybe Eddie's parents was right.
I said the same.
I'm just saying, them people left that man alone for marrying Wendy, and they might have had, you know how they be feeling. They so spiritual. They probably saw his downfall with that lady.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses on that TV show.
On that daggone TV show.
And you need to be, I'm be real with you, it's Potomac. You don't need that much to keep up with them, because they ain't got money.
But they don't even live there. Did you see the map that's been going around? That girl lives
2 hours away.
Yes. Like, you don't even live in Potomac, Wendy.
Yeah. Girl, Robin might have been right all along, girl. Get you a little townhouse.
Jasmine, this is where I'm at. This is Jasmine. Like, do you see? Let me take off my glasses.
Okay, stop, y'all. I can't do it. I can't.
Give a quick little read.
Robin might have been right all along.
No, we need to be done. We're going to be done.
Let me get my quick little read. We all laughing at Robin being broke, being humble, building up her business brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? You know? And she told us, Robin told us, she said, baby, your personality has changed. Your values has changed. I don't know this, Wendy. And we were all hating on her.
She didn't like Wendy from day one. So it's hard.
Maybe that's where she started.
The only reason I say maybe she was right was because she had a little townhouse sharing it with her ex-husband, now husband. Had them 4 kids in there. They was sharing a bathroom. Maybe everybody needs to get them
living in her means. Living in her means.
Traveling a little Toyota. She had a little Toyota. Okay, maybe,
you know. We was doing, her events was down at the Sky Zone with some finger sandwiches. She wasn't doing too much. Okay,
not too much.
It was down at the park. Family day.
We had these issues.
Come down to the park.
Think about it, all her activities were free.
Ain't
no
bar was present.
With no lavish events. She wasn't coming up there on a boat. She wasn't coming up there on a boat.
No, she wasn't on that little boat going crazy.
No.
Okay, y'all. Okay.
No, she wasn't getting a mommy makeover for $50,000 to $100,000. No, she wasn't popping out randomly with a fat old ring and fat old band, and
she just got money.
Wasn't her ring like a fake diamond?
It is. You could tell, but also, why would you quit that job?
That's she was
because it is. Because it is.
Damn it.
When all right, y'all. So on that note, okay, y'all.
You feel good about the lick you just hit. You feel so good. You feel invincible.
Mandy, hush.
You feel like what I'm working for, what I'm teaching these kids for 2 days a week.
Okay, we are
not writing papers on this Tuesday night. My man just hit a lick.
Okay, Mandy, we are done. So with that being said, y'all, more to come. Thank you, listeners, for listening to us. We really tried to keep it under 2 hours. But we're gonna pray for the Osefos.
We right at hour 59. We perfect. You got
we're gonna pray. We're gonna put them on the sick and shut in the prayer list. Y'all keep them in y'all prayers. I'm still rooting for you, Wendy. I really hope this is a misunderstanding. I really do. In the bottom of my heart, it makes me sick. But we will see. Tune in, y'all. So tune in for us for the next one. Until next time, we'll see y'all. Deuces.
That girl going to jail, y'all.